Previously on The Lost Art.
At least this might prove useful. Hopefully it's not too technical for Katja.
Henry?
Sorry, sir. I think they were trying to communicate.
Was there really nothing in the archives about this?
All I remember is mention of places where people held private conversations, and that most of the neighborhoods seemed to have them.
I haven't been in all of them, but none of the others have a statue quite like this.
Okay, Mr. Mazerovsky, this is how much I trust you. Even the Colonel doesn't know this, and it isn't to go any further. Things are much worse than we thought.
There should be a 5 in the upper right corner. Select
And the
that to
dunny number
advance.
5 looks like...
Oh, sorry, it's the box with the horizontal line through the center.
Ah, yes. Thanks. Okay, now I'm looking at some sort of spinning wheel with letters around the circumference.
Wonderful. That should take a minute to boot up, but when it does, all that's left is a simple flip of a switch. Zarek!
I just received word from the surface. They arrived at the base last night.
Is Annie okay?
She's fine. She's with Dr. Herb.
Who probably can't wait to dismantle her.
What are you up to?
We're trying to get the Great Zero's navigation system working.
Why? We already have one that's working just fine.
Aha! We're in! And in spite of what you might think, with every piece of technology we crack, we're learning something about the Dunny mindset that might ultimately help.
So how do you access it?
Oh, that was just turning on the location function. Now we have to check that the correlation still holds.
What do you mean?
When they were down here, the DRC mapped some of the neighborhoods and other important locations.
Ah, yes. They programmed the machinery to convert the new mathematics into our own base 10 system.
And now that we've got this turned on, we want to check that their analysis is correct. They only map certain locations, and we're going to expand on those.
How exactly will you do the mapping?
With these.
Hey!
I think he's trying to make a point.
You wonder why the Colonel doesn't trust you with the stunner?
Schisms on the surface are mirrored in the cavern. The team is in mourning, desperate for hope. People of the tablet also are struggling, diminished in numbers by a dark civil war. Together and alone, they ponder the pieces, opening to the vision. The deep-seated gods, a solution is growing at the heart of the labyrinth. Reflection brings revelation, and mystery prevails.
I'm down here, Lieutenant. I'm trying to figure out if this equipment is recording or transmitting. They're possibly an attempt to attract... Very good, Pope. I didn't realize what a great mimic... Oh, is this bothering you? Okay. No stunners this time. Give it your best shot. I mean, don't shoot me, but... Maybe my head's too busy? And boy, am I glad Colonel Collins isn't around to hear that. Defender of the People, Captain Henry Culver. Well, you can call me Henry. Not that you'll be able to say that. Splendid. Now that the introductions are over. Wait a second. That's Alex. But I don't remember him wearing that jacket. Right, that's probably not the point. What are you trying to say? Wait. Are you Alex? What? Oh, right. Where are you heading? Okay, look, this sounds crazy. Well, it is crazy. What if I were to tell you... You're right, he's dead, and we were there. We saw the evidence. But Lopahe and Gruber saw something on that view screen. And of course, neither of them are in the cavern when you need them. Do you know if they're near Kana? Thanks, Pope. As you were.
Now that Felix has arrived, we can make a start on checking the accuracy of my algorithm.
The Dunny used 3 coordinates that indicate elevation, angle, and distance.
While they were down here, the DRC mapped the cavern with standard Earth surveying coordinates, and then correlated those to the Dunny coordinates. When you first came down, you checked a few of the landmarks to see if the DRC maps were accurate, which they appeared to be. Now that we've turned on the GZ mapping function, we want to map a few more areas to make sure that the correlation is still accurate. Any questions? Yes, I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
Holly Turner. My question is, why exactly are we doing this when we already have the towers?
Oh, here comes his Dunny mindset lecture.
Problem, Major?
Not at all. Just wondering what they're serving in the pub tonight.
There's nothing going on. How many times do I have to tell you?
Henry?
Henry? What is it with you guys?
Just turn around.
Don't shoot!
Is this one of the Barrow you and Gabe met before?
Oh, well, actually, this is Alex.
You named him Alex?
Well,
I'm not entirely sure Alex would be flattered by that.
ask him. A little help, old friend? No, I meant do your telepathy thing. What did you do?
Oh,
Oh, frickin' heck, Henry.
Culver, what the heck is going on?
Well, what would you say if I told you that somehow Alex has become trapped in this Barrow body?
Do you even remember the things you said to us on Garrison?
I know. But I thought if anyone would understand.
And just how did you come to this fantastical conclusion?
Look, you can't explain your alien and the egg thing, and yet you expect us to believe you. I'm telling you, this is Alex. Surely that's a good thing, right?
Alex? If that Barrow knocks us out again...
I keep telling you, this is Alex. You're the dream team. You have to be able to sense that it's Alex.
Okay.
Morgan?
I'm okay. I sense something familiar, but I couldn't swear to it.
Well, if the Colonel's going to believe anyone...
Oh dear.
All the other teams have reported in, and so far the measurements taken with the rangefinders are in accord with the Great Zero coordinates. But you wouldn't have called me here if there wasn't a problem.
But you're now the team medic. Surely you have the authority.
Everyone passed a physical before they were allowed down here, and Morgan was fine.
Well, clearly she hasn't been telling you about her delusional fantasies.
I can't demand she submit to an examination unless she's put herself or anybody else in danger. I got a better idea, Colonel. Why don't we talk about you?
Me? Ah, Thomas. Oh, thank God. How goes the mapping?
We've encountered an anomaly, and you're not going to like it. Could you come here?
Where exactly are you?
That's the bit you're not going to like.
Major.
Are you... Oh.
Colonel, it's me.
Alex?
Please, Colonel, there's no need for that. This is Chief...
I am Chief of the Elders, and this is our leader, Protector of the Talent.
No, you're not crazy, Colonel. I heard that as well.
Culver?
Is this a convenient time, Colonel?
Oh boy. Look, meet me in the team neighborhood.
I've got Grouper and Lapa here.
Now!
Sarek?
You'll never
Don't
guess.
even bother, Henry.
We're off to see the Colonel. You should probably come too.
Are you all right? You seem more preoccupied than usual.
It's just something Beatrice said.
Sarek?
Nothing. Forget about it, Morgan. I'm fine.
Explain it to me again.
It's not just that the beam's distorted. We've been running various tests, and we're only getting, at best, a 25% reflection back. Perhaps what's most perplexing is that we're getting nothing from the ultrasound.
Bottom line, what are you saying?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. The only thing I'm certain about is that there's something more to this particular. Felix!
What are you doing?
Show me your hand. That thing might be radioactive. It's okay, he's fine.
Dr. Maxwell?
It feels almost like water.
I think we need to tell the Colonel.
He's on his way. Actually, he hasn't moved. Well, that's bloody typical.
Better let me do the talking.
Culver.
Sir, you're just gonna have to trust me on this. This is Alex. I can't explain it, but...
You mean this, Alex?
Look.
Sarek?
Morgan, the thing in the egg.
Tabaro.
Tiara. Tiara?
Listen, champ, can you give me some room?
Colonel... He's really quite nice when you get to know him.
Colonel, he seems to be in some kind of altered state. I've seen similar readings in patients who are actively hallucinating. He's got an elevated heart rate, but not dangerously so.
Oh, good grief. Thomas, I'm really sorry. Look, I need you to come to me.
But...
Now, Thomas, you'll understand when you get here.
She can't be alive. After all this time.
Who? Tiara.
Members of your hive. They were thinking about the Sovereign's incubation stone.
Incubation stone? Oh, do you mean the egg? I haven't seen it, but apparently they are convinced it's been communicating. Tiara, what is it? Tell me, what does this mean?
It means my completion is at hand, Defender of the People. I must ready myself for the sacrifice.
Major.
Wonder what that's about.
Why haven't the Barrow released the Queen?
Please, desist in using that word.
Queen?
Borrow.
Ah, the B word.
It reminds us of our enslavement.
Well, you could have mentioned that before. Culver. Thomas is down at the docks. Why don't you and...
Champ?
Yeah, okay. Go down and fill him in. I don't want him panicking when he sees Alex perched up there like a fountain ornament. And try not to scare him.
Colonel.
Meanwhile, the rest of us could... Do you eat?
I do not require replenishment at this time. I will keep watch. There is no need for concern. We are capable of flight. We will not allow harm to come to Defender of the People.
Defender of the... Wait a second. You can fly?
Ah!
What are you doing?
If you must know, I'm trying to calibrate this to take readings of your brain.
My brain?
Listen up, people.
We are the people of the tablet.
That tablet was the reason I went to Mist Island.
He said tablet? I thought he was talking about a weapon.
Weapon?
I think you would call it a coat of arms.
It seems it's our individual brains that are doing the translation.
Hang on a minute. You can understand us when we speak normally, am I right?
That is correct. I am among the few whose mind is capable of processing human speech.
Right. Okay, apparently Shorty here. No offense.
It was my perception that none was intended. He who commands.
Shorty here can understand it when we talk normally. But perhaps you could introduce yourself to the team?
I am Chief of the Elders.
And if I remember correctly, you refer to that one as...
Protector of the Tablet. Our princess.
Princess? So the one in the egg?
That would be our queen.
When the sovereign's body begins to fail, she must enter the vessel. It is a special time for her, a contemplative retreat prior to reemergence.
So that's what she's doing now?
I am finding it hard to explain. In order to command us, the Denise stole the symbol of our sovereignty.
The tablet.
Yes, they discovered that by imprisoning the tablet, they could compel us to serve. And then they took the incubation vessel. In spite of our abilities, we have been unable to free it.
And your queen ended up trapped? But why would...
The why is not important, Alex. What must happen now is...
As one of the Warden races, we are responsible for maintaining a portion of the Great Link. The ability to do this has been acquired over time. The people of the tablet require a leader who carries a vast repository of accumulated wisdom. The Sovereign's essence, along with all our knowledge, can outlast her mortal form.
The Hive evolved so that the Sovereign would spend time in the vessel prior to the next transmigration.
But I sense a problem.
It was never intended for the incubation to last this long.
Now it's just giving me a headache.
My wrist device doesn't have the same medical functionality of Lev's, but I can't detect anything untoward.
I'm curious, how long have you been one of the Elders?
Since the end of what you refer to as the conflict.
What the?
Although the Returned...
The Returned? You mean Henry's friend Champ?
Although Champ did not participate in the slaughter, he fought with the rebels. I fear he still bears the guilt of it. They were all killed. All the Elders and the previous Protector.
That's horrible.
The past years have been difficult for us. The conflict decimated our numbers, and we have struggled to maintain the balance.
Colonel?
Where's Morgan? Well, okay then, tell us. What can we do to help?
Surely, Colonel, the first order of business should be to liberate the Queen.
Of course we're still here. You told us to stay.
Could you please ask Pope to run a particle scan?
I thought you already did that.
This time I want you to look for alliums.